Hi. Hello, creatures, online people. How you doing? My name is Constance. I am currently studying journalism, and I guess this is my debut on YouTube, so hello. Today we're gonna be talking about weird, strange books for us weird people. So let's get into it. First off, Brutes. Oh my gosh, I love this book. I remember the exact moment when I got it. I was in Edinburgh with my friends and I saw it there and I was like, I was about to leave. I was in this beautiful bookstore and I wasn't really planning on buying anything, but I saw it and it was calling me and I couldn't run away and I just grabbed it. I read it and I was like, I don't know why I feel the need to get this book. And I got it. And actually, I don't regret that. You know, my initial thoughts when reading the book were I love how this book depicts girlhood. I originally thought it was only about that. But my final thoughts ended up being a bit more obscure, and that's when I really got to thinking that perhaps the book was more intense than just a girlhood theme. And actually, yeah, I didn't see many reviews online as I thought I would read. So I suppose it's because it's a new book. It was released in 2023, like last year, so that's wild. But I think that while the girlhood is present in this book, the girlhood theme, I think we should be having a different conversation. If I got it right, yeah, I do believe it's really raw at times. If you get the metaphors, you'll see. So the book goes, in Falls Landing, Florida, something sinister lurks in the deep. A gang of 13-year-old girls obsessively orbit around the local preacher's daughter, Sammy. She is mesmerizing, older, and in love with Eddie, but suddenly Sammy goes missing. Where is she? Watching from a distance, they edged ever closer to discover a dark secret about their fame-hungry town and the cruel cost of a ticket out. There's a lot of I think that's what I like the most about the book regarding girlhood. They speak as a group the whole time, even if it's only one character telling you the story. They tell you about their feelings, and it's not a singular person's feeling, you know. The next book we have is Bunny. I know lots of people might have seen this because, yeah, Bunny is a strange book. We all know it. We have all seen that Pinterest post saying weird books, and Bunny is there. And I'm not gonna deny it. I love Bunny, and I love the strangeness of the book, okay? So I believe the story is preciously told. I love the way it's written. It's about this weird clique of girls. But apparently I heard it's satire about girlhood. That's really interesting. I read the book, I absolutely loved it, but I would have never thought it was satire. I mean, I did see something between the lines, but I thought it was just to create the mystery around, you know, the story and how our character hates these girls. We also have the unreliable narrator thing. So basically, Bunny is about Samantha, our main character, that couldn't be more of an outsider in her small, highly selective MFA program at New England's Warren University. As a scholarship student who prefers the company of her dark imagination to that of most people, she is utterly repelled by the rest of her fiction writing cohort, a clique of unbearably twee girls who call each other Bunny and seem to move and speak as one. Then again, here we have the same thing as Brutes. We're a group of girls, but we speak like we're only one. I love that too about the book. Even though it's satire, but still, I really need music while reading, and I found that with this book, listening to Melanie Martinez was really, I don't know, it just made me engage more in the story, so totally recommend it. The next one, which I actually got here, is The Great God Pan. This is a book I actually finished on Wednesday, I think. So last week. Yeah. The Great God Pan is a book about an experiment that goes wrong. They try to make a girl see the Great God Pan. It's basically about the aftermath. What Arthur Machen does is that you can't really tell if it's horror, like literally, if she saw the Great God Pan, or if she's just imagining all these things and she was only left with psychological effects. So that's also really interesting. Loved this book. It's the epitome of weirdness in the world, literally. I mean, we have Pan here. Pan with everything it represents and everything it was and how it evolved during the years. So yeah, absolutely recommend this book. It's really short and it's really easy to read, actually. I thought it would be more complicated, but no. And it has some amazing phrases. Absolutely recommend. First off, we have Marrowbone by Sergio Sanchez. I watched this recently. I think it was last week too. Whoa. First off, the cast is spectacular. I absolutely loved it. We have Mia Goth, Charlie Heaton, Anya Taylor-Joy. I think it was amazing. You know, it was just, oh no, it was my dream cast. It broke me completely. Basically, if you haven't watched it, about three brothers, Jack, Billy, Jane, and Sam, that moved to Marrowbone with their mother after escaping England, because apparently they have a weird father that's chasing them. No spoilers, okay? No spoilers. So they want to start this new life together, but soon the mother dies. And because they are orphans now and they're underage, the mother tells Jack that they have to stick together until he's 21 years old to be responsible for the children, basically. After watching this movie, I felt a hollowness inside me that I can't even describe. It was devastating, basically. Yes, it is a horror movie, but the final plot kind of reveals that it's not what you actually thought it was. It's definitely a plot twist, you know, but it ends up being more profound than what we actually think it is at the beginning. I don't know how I'm going to live my next days after that movie, because I absolutely loved it. It just broke my heart completely, and it might be one of my favorites now. Maybe I should do a video about my favorite films. Why not? Next, we're gonna go with Crimson Peak by Guillermo del Toro. It's basically gothic fantasy. Again, it has an amazing cast. The girl from Alice in Wonderland, I can't pronounce her surname. I'm sorry. And Tom Hiddleston. Gosh, why do we love Tom Hiddleston so much? He's such an icon. Like, man doesn't even know we love him that much, but we do. It's given Cillian Murphy. Anyway, yeah, ghosts are real. So we follow Edith, our main character, that falls in love with Sir Thomas Sharp. Tell me that's not a great name. Basically fall in love, they move together. Thomas wants investors for his invention too, and Edith's father kind of rejects him, but then he dies, so they move together. You have to watch this movie if you haven't. I think it's amazing. The costumes are amazing. It definitely explores the character's sexuality and romance, but it doesn't lose sight of this mysterious essence it has. And next we have The Witch by Robert Eggers. Gosh, I rewatched this yesterday, okay? I loved it. I think it's definitely one of my favorite movies. Maybe they all are though. So, The Witch is about, it's this creepy folk horror movie set in 1630s in New England, in the presence of witchcraft, black magic. We have this family that have left a plantation, the colony, and they basically move to the middle of nowhere in the wilderness, and they're obviously losing their minds. And there's also a witch, and it's definitely a movie that plays with the visuals and not the dialogue. If there's dialogue, it's gonna be to just represent the family's superstitions and their beliefs, but the visuals, they're amazing. And there's a contrast between warm colors and cold colors in each scene to represent, warm will represent desire and the devil and the witches, and the other ones will just represent the poor family trying to survive in the cold, in the woods. I felt a maddening anxiety at first, because, no spoilers, you kind of see how the characters think, and you understand their chain of thought. And so you see that they're trying to put the blame on the girl Thomasing our main character, and what actually happened, and nobody over there will just go and stand up for her and defend her. So you're the one that's active in that role while watching the movie. I don't know why I'm doing this. It's very reminiscent of Goya's last work. If you know Goya, Baroque, yeah. Guy went crazy and he started just painting lots of weird stuff. So yeah, that's how you know this movie should be in this video. The soundtrack is simply art. I think that if we just played the soundtrack without any visuals, any dialogue, we would get the chills. I know that. So I feel that you're actually more scared because of the weird women screaming rather than what's actually happening in the movie. And also, one has to pay special attention to symbolism. I recommend watching the movie first time, then watching, an analysis or something like that about the movie, and then rewatching it so you can get the full experience and actually understand it all. So, I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know if you already read these books, and if you have any recommendation, I'm all ears. So yeah, I think this is it for today.